Let's go. Oh, hold up. All right, I think the camera is good right there. I got something behind me. It don't look so good. Let me get rid of it. Oh, okay. All right, I think we're Gucci now. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got today. I missed to trade yesterday. I had to do something, man. But it was something worth it anyway, so it's all good. So let's see what we have right here right now for today. So this strategy seems to be, so far it's like we're getting 2 wins a week, and then maybe a no trade day and a loss. So yeah, we'll just keep at it, and then we'll see how we can pivot from where we are. But in the meantime, every month is quite profitable, not just as the returns we'd like to see, but we'll see like a 4% return, 2%. Waiting to see what this whatever this month is gonna be like. Now I'm not willing to see what US30 is doing probably, but let's just let me just open that other side so we can be busy. And I think I'm going to have to automate all these things, because all I do every day is just the same, especially when I'm starting. I start my Chrome, my OBS, my Camera Studio, my Touch Portal, and then this guy over here with just a little bit of money. We are $200 away from 1,000, which is where I began. So I need to get back out of that drawdown. But no worries, we are just gonna take it slow. Okay, so everything on this side is set. Good job. So alright, let's go do some analysis real quick, which again I don't really need to. As long as I'm the 1 hour, I'm just waiting for the current 11 a.m. candle to close, so I can note that high. No, I don't need that now. So I can note whatever that high is. I usually pull this side to 3 p.m. and then I'll just say 11 a.m. Where is it? 11 a.m. high, and then I'll come here, and assuming that's gonna be the low as well. 11 a.m. not as well, but that's gonna be the low. That's 11 a.m. low. Pretty much that's it. So I'm just waiting for either side to be taken out. So in this case, I'm favoring if they can take out that high, and then we'll come down and take this low, and probably this low too. That makes sense to me. And then we can join in on this bearish move. We need to go up, then to do a fast fair value gap right there on the 1 hour, and pretty much that's it. Where's that 1 hour fair value gap? That's all I can see in this area, and this one is probably closed out, so everything down here is kind of balanced, at least in this range here. It's looking good in terms of fair value gaps. Look at this one with the down candle, whatever. So that's another block where we saw price shoot up. Price came, touched it once, and then we shot up. So does it make sense to go down? So last down we went up, shot down, maybe come retest that area again, then keep going down. I don't know. So let's go find out what's really happening. So I'm just gonna touch on this high fair value, high time frames. There's really nothing much to see. So looking from that low to that high of this week, if I put that in quads, they're not so visible, so let me make them a little bit darker. I'll really just make them black. Nah, that's too dark, brother. I think that's okay. Which one was it? Yeah, that makes sense, kind of. So those are quads, quarter, half, 3/4. And I see we just got to the half of that week. I don't really use that as much, but since it's there, I may as well just check it out. So I'm gonna save that template. It looks good like that. So I'm working on getting another mic, so for now I'm just gonna have to use this one. So you notice that when I get out of that range, because it's a do they call it a cardioid, whatever. So this is meant for recording music and voiceovers, where you meant to just stay there. But you know, when we stream it, we kind of move about, so it's not really the best for what we're doing, but that's all we have right now. So we're gonna use it. No, where are the others? I need quads, not the quad box. There we go. All right, let's go real quick to the weekly. Hurry up, man. So that's the previous week high. These are levels I don't really think I need. I'm just trading that, but you know, we'll see. We still have time, so we have some 9 minutes. So that's the previous week high we just ran through, and seems like we're getting down. So that to me seems like the high of the day, man. But the high of the week, I don't think so. How would I know anyway? Let's go to the daily. So we came out of last week's range, and then we are back in. So maybe this could be where we want to go now. And then looks like we have this fair value gap here that we completely filled. That was completely filled actually. Yes, this week. Okay, so that's filled already. Looking at the daily, we've taken out the previous day high right there. So I'm gonna get rid of that whatever level, previous day high. So I don't really need that previous week. For what? We do have that previous day high taken out, and then I'm also seeing that we've taken out the previous day low into a daily fair value gap. So maybe that could be the low of the day, but we'll see. Previous day low. So already I can see like a story here. We dived, and actually we're just about to close it. So that's a daily fair value gap right there. Yo, what's up? Okay, things are looking good now. So let's go to the 4 hour. So I've seen that we've taken out the previous day high, taken out the previous week, whatever. So I'm gonna just mark that previous week low just for, but it's too far anyway. I'll just mark it anyway. Previous week low. Exactly. Go to the daily candle. The previous week low is right here. So that's the range. Previous week high, previous week low. We've taken that range out, taken all this liquidity, so it makes sense to kind of flow down. So if with the daily we do close below here, then we can see a downward movement toward this area, but then we have this down candle which is gonna act as resistance as well. But even if it acts as resistance, how far do you know it will, how far do you think it's gonna go? Because the whole thing can just flow all the way down and then just weak from a week back up. So yeah, that's something to also watch out for, but that's beyond our scope anyway, at least for now. What am I looking for here? We're now on the 4 hour. So this is the previous 4 hour high, which also happens to be that previous week high. So that's a good level right there. And then this is the previous day low here. What is the previous week low? It's all the way down here. Okay, 6 more minutes. We still have some time. And then what am I seeing here? We're good. And that huge, what would that be, like a 4-hour venom probably? This is an island. So this is to hold price down effectively. We shouldn't see half of this week being traded to, like price should stay halfway. And if that's what you want to trade, the entry will be once we touch this down candle here, that will be your entry. And whatever from what I learned about that model anyway, not that I know about it so much, so whatever high to the form, that will be your stop loss. And then see if we could go maybe attack that previous week low. That would be a really nice return. On the 4-hour, that might take quite a few weeks. We're not doing that, we're not there yet. All right, so we're on the 1 hour, so seems like we are at a good place of resistance, of support, right? So I don't know, should we maybe go up, take that high? But if we go up so much, then the probability of our trade working is kind of low. We have a down candle here, we went up, took that liquidity and then shut down, breaking this low here. So break of structure probably, whatever. All right, we Gucci, man. So let's go see what so from here what we're gonna do is now mark that 11 a.m. high, which is 11, which is this one here. That has to be the 11 a.m. high. And on this side I usually just pull it to 1 p.m. because after 1 p.m. I don't want to trade after 1 p.m. If I have to stay in a trade, then I have to be in profits at least, so to where I can break even. I don't want to play that game no more. I'm done. Because after 1 p.m. I feel like dynamics change, and then you're left now, you know. It becomes a probability game too much. I mean, the whole thing is a probability game, but as long as I'm within that 12 a.m. or the 12 p.m., then I know I'm either gonna be taken out or I'm gonna go hit TP. But after 1 p.m., I don't know. I don't want to give it chances, especially if I'm in profits. I just want to close them. You know, if I'm in a loss, I'm just gonna. If it's not a complete loss, I just want to take. I'll just get out. So we do have this whatever, which is something I've been giving a lot of importance. If there's an inverted fair value gap right there, I'd give it more importance than the actual fair value gap. But in this case, I'm gonna give more importance to that fair value gap over there. So that's the 5 minute. We're now on the 5 minute or whatever on this side. Let me just make sure that that's the 11 a.m. high, which is it has to be anyway. So let's see. It will tell us. Okay, that's it. And that's it. Thank you, sir. So we do have a 5 minute fair value gap here. So we'll see how that goes. I like how this, see that up candle, and then we just shoot down one time. So if we do close up there, then that could be a really nice bounce zone. But I don't trade the 5 minute though. I don't want to jump up and jump up around so much. That would be a nice, but look at what we have here. We got these equal lows here. So as much as it may work, that right there's just something that will be pulling price to the downside. We do have a lot of those are not even equal lows anyway, but there are a lot of liquidity is lying there. And how I think about that is anybody who took a short up here, they're probably, you know, trailing their stop loss. So probably after they took that low, maybe they bought their stop loss here. But I'm thinking whoever's still holding, they entered here, then their stop losses must be up here and maybe up here. Those who are really trailing closely here and here, you know, I mean, if you entered here and your stop loss is way down here, come on, you're trailing that much, you're good. So probably maybe you can go up, liquidate some of those stop losses, and then maybe go down. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. For me, I'm done with my analysis. So just go to the 1 minute and just wait for either of those sides to be taken out, and we're Gucci. So at this point, I don't even really need that 1 hour no more. I just don't need it. I really do not need it, because now I know we are in a daily fair value gap, as you can see right there. And then on top here, I know we have that 1 hour whatever. So I would like if we can come up and take the high, then we can have that swing low formation, and then the third candle of the swing high formation, that kind of the swing high being taken out, and then we can see a really nice move to the downside. So 1 more minute, and I think that's gonna be the established 11 a.m. high and this 11 a.m. low, and then we just wait and see what this guy is going to present us. Now I can see there's already some nice formation here. That up candle, we came down, we've taken out this low, and then we just shot up. So this right here is the bounce zone so far that we never really came to touch, but look at that reaction once we touch it, and then relative equal highs, and this is not that far from there, so we could see yes, shoot up. So this will be me jumping on this jumping on that whatever so quick, but then again jumping on that formation really quick, and then just start looking for reasons why that should work. But then again, look at that 5-minute formation, man. That's a bearish order block right there within that range, and I need us to get out of whatever range I have established. So in this case, I need us to get out of this range before I even think of anything. But that trade wouldn't also be so bad, because if I'm thinking of it in terms of premium and whatever and discount, we just hit premium there, discount. So it makes sense to go up. But since we have that bearish 5-minute order block, and that high has already taken out the high, we have these last 3 candles before we shot up and we broke down, so we have a low high and a lower low, then this right here could also give some resistance to the downside. So in between 2 breakers within that range, I don't think I want to mess with that, so I'm just gonna stay out. Anyway, we're just here now waiting to see if we get anything today. I need this to be a little bit dark. That has nothing to do with nothing. So that one. So how do we background? Okay, there we go. It's too dark though. And I think what we can do is visibility, take it to the back. Can we do that? Not here. And that's just okay, it looks good like that. The gray is the discount, the blue will be the premium. Well, I usually like it when it's like this, so what I just said now makes sense. If you know about premium and discount. So here was a discount, nice place to buy, but now we're in premium, nice place to sell. In between 2 breakers as we speak right now, so whoever gives out the fastest, that's okay, whatever, man. Let's save that real quick. Save us premium discount. All right, let's go see what these other fellas are doing. US100 500 and US the other one. I like this. That's a down on the 1 minute, like a down candle. We shot up, came down. So that down let me mark it just to see what's gonna happen there. And it's kind of paired with a fair value gap too, so let's just see what they're gonna do there. I'm curious to see that section over there. So they already came into that fair value gap that's paired with another block. It's also optimal trade entry. We were looking at that range, that's premium, so nice place to sell. But on the downside, we do have that last up candle. And do they have a order block? No, yes, kinda, but in this case I would kinda give more importance to all this downward movement. We do have those lows over there, so trying to balance everything. So once we start coming down, it's just a walk in the park. But again, what will be opposing this idea will be these equal lows here. 2 equal, my guy. So yep, Again, we don't trade inside the range, man, but I just want to see what's gonna happen around that spot anyway, so let me just leave that. So YouTube is telling me not receiving enough video. Why is my bandwidth too? Is my internet too low? What's going on, man? One view already came in, got out. Please leave a like to the video, to the stream. It's the least you can do before you leave. But thanks for coming in anyway. All right, let's go here. I want this to have I want this to be on the 1 hour and that to be on the 1 hour also. Good job. And then I want this to have US 500 and this guy here to have US 30. Now look at the differences here. One, I kind of like it when all of them are kind of doing the same thing, but we can see the US 30. Is this the 1 hour? This is the 1 minute. Oh, bruh. Okay, so that's the 11 a.m. high. This is actually not needed. It's just something I like to do. It has nothing to do with anything. So is this on the 1 hour? All of them are just doing whatever. I wonder if I can come up with a model when all of them are just doing their thing. It would be nice to finally understand that, which by Mark Douglas, I mean, the less you know the better. But according to ICT, I think the more you know the better. ICT. He might say that's not true, but he made us stay for that 12-month mentorship stuff. Ooh, look at that. So whoever took that shot, oof. Okay, I'll be skeptical taking that shot though because of those equal highs, but whatever. So that's the open price for this 1 hour candle. I don't want to mark it because I don't want to be what, but that open price, if you're bullish, you can use it to enter. Oh, the open price is down here, not up there. I'm curious. Oh, so that price is the open. Let me just put that in blue. I just don't want to be. So 12 p.m. we went up to a nice area over there, and now we're going down. So we are currently trading below that one. Let's do this. My text that and just do 12:00. Does that look like midnight? But once you see that, you can know it's 12 p.m. I'm gonna pull this too right here. That's okay. You don't have to go so far. You can be on the inside. So that's the 12 p.m. open price. So what we're looking at is that open, high, low, close, but I just need that open and then the high to take out the previous day range. That's kind of my model. And then once we start coming in, then I want to be in a short to go to the other side and kind of take part in that 12 kind of formation, the expansion of it. So if that's the open and that's the high and we keep going down, then I can take part in this because it didn't take out the previous 11 a.m. high. So maybe with some more journals, and then I can probably know when to not require the previous AM, the previous 1 hour candle not be taken out. The few times I've tried to take that trade outside of that range, there have been losses, so I've been kind of skeptical on that. But you know, we'll get more and more data now that we're not jumping from one strategy to another. Kind of concentrating on this one. So maybe like a few more months, maybe 2-3 more months, kind of start studying all these characteristics. But for some reason I still think we're gonna come and run these highs. So if I did take that trade, I will be paying myself something at least. My stop loss will be above that high. If you're doing 1:2, you're done. You're done if you're just doing 1:2, especially after we've touched that other breaker here. So that breaker is a thing, right? Now once we get in here, then all this, you know, just a low resistance liquidity run over there, I think so. And then we have this equal highs here, and then this one. So that should be a walk in the park. So yeah, come down and take this low as well. But I mean, if you're doing 1:2, that was a really nice trade over there. You're out with a potential of 2.3. If you're aggressive enough with the stop loss, maybe just had it above that breaker, then you're looking at potential of 2.5. Anyway, that shoulda, coulda, woulda. We don't do that here. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't care about these areas no more, because once I'm in a trade, I want to be in a trade. So I'm just gonna delete all this. Thank you so much. But I can see we are forming some whatever over there. I just don't want to be infatuated. What is to infatuate? Whatever it is. So this is now inverted. Used it as resistance over there to shoot this down. And look at this gap here. It's used so nicely. We might have worked through, but we're still whatever. Alright, so in the next 3 minutes we'll find out if this is inverted. What are these guys doing? US30 hasn't taken out the 11M high, so none of them has taken out the previous one or high. Alright, I knew that was a problem, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Take this out. I don't need to see the open price on this side. I mean, I can see it, but I know it was somewhere here. What's this? So we're gonna have to create that one, because I think I'll start using that. 12 p.m. open, so I can kind of know what we're really doing there. I think there's something else I'm gonna add to my drawings here. I didn't save it. I thought I did. Oh, I should have named it to number 2 or something of the sort. Bro, how do we do this now? Save as 2, 12 p.m. open. $12:50 p.m. open price as well. So that one we should name it to. What have I done? Template, save us. 12:50 p.m. open price. Okay. So we have that in odd. My friend, oh, what you doing? Seems we still going down, brothers. Yeah, that can stay like that, and then save us to 12:50 p.m. open. Okay, so for now it's 12. 12:13, so it's still early. I don't need to see the whatever. No, we're not gonna use it. Honestly, I would have loved us to just come down and just leave this like that. What are they gonna do now? I don't know. So we just keep waiting. I'm really tempted to go to the 30-minute range like I used to before. Right now I'm just using the 1 minute, the 1 hour range. So I don't know, I'm tempted to go back to that 30-minute range and just aim to see if we can get like 2 setups a day. Because yeah, this one I'm getting bored having to wait here for that 1 hour setup, and it's something that's gonna be forming every day. But if that's what you're looking for, then you also have to weather out for more losses. So pretty much that's what I could be going back to. But anyway, I'm only trading the last hour for the day, well, the second last hour, so it's good for now. Let's just keep waiting. Then I'm wondering if I should return the RSI, which also gave me some really good trades. Like this one, this should be like a, this should have formed like what, like a divergence right there with RSI. So let me add, let's see if that's something. See that right there, divergence, beautiful. A lot of things here are necessary, so let me just get rid of what we don't need. I don't need that RSA upper band for what? Okay, we need that, the middle band. I really didn't need the middle band, because I know these people, once we cross here, that's where they're looking for, and then now we are oversold, so we're looking for buy. yeah, oversold right here, oversold. We don't do that. So I'm gonna get rid of that middle band. What else am I getting rid of? The field. Okay, that can stay. I also don't need that. It's okay. 70 and 50. RSI lower band. I'll take that to 80 and 20. So probably we can get a good oversold. Oversold gradient field. We don't do that, boy. Alright, so all I wanted to see is kind of like what I used to do. So I would see, like, look at this lower low right here. I did have divergence for that. And then look at here, we have a low and a higher low. So that right there is divergence. So I would wait for a break of structure, or like the last high before you came there. I actually look for the highest high between these two lows that are forming the divergence. So in this case, it will be this high. So that is what I would be waiting for price to cross, and then I'd wait for a retracement from the lowest low to the highest high, and that will be my entry. So in this case, my entry will be at 0.62. See that right there? That will be me in this trade now. 0.62. So probably here, because of spread, that would have now triggered me in. My stop loss at that low, and then I was aiming for I think this is 0.2. That 0.5 level over there is what I was aiming for. But pretty much that one was kind of where I was hoping would get to, but I kind of saw most of the trades at least getting to that 0.5. So once we get to 0, I think I would reduce the risk by half, right? And then to 0.5, I would break even probably, then one I'd close the trade. But I think I was looking for like a 1:2, so pretty much that was my entry based on that divergence right there. So that would make sense for it to work. also had its losses, but it was really effective. There's a pro form I did that and I passed so quick phase 1, but then phase 2 I changed the strategy and flopped. I really don't know why. That easy, bro. So now we'll be in profits for like what? 0.94. Interesting, right? But we don't do that no more. So I will go back and kind of check out the losses I took. If maybe that will be a filter I need to add. In the meantime, let me put let's go check out one right now. I'm gonna add an alert. This alert, stop it. And then another alert. Can I ask why? Linear. Algorithmic. Okay. Delete. So I'm gonna put alerts right there, so when we get there we'll know. Let's go check out. Wow, so that strategy could be working out for us today. And this was kind of like a set and forget thing, man, because you just put your pen in order and then your stop loss and then just let price do its thing, you know. The thing is though, it would come and form another divergence up here. So now you're in between two and you have to choose one. So some the new one would work, the old one would work. So if you decided to switch, let me use the new one, it kind of comes down in profit and then respects the old one. So you had to choose whatever. So wow, so we would be in 1.35 already. All right, so I'm gonna go and check out a loss that I took earlier, which was what was the 23rd? Let's go check it out real quick. So it's open right here. Was that a loss? Yes. So let me see if this one would have come out victorious because of the RSI. So meaning I would not have entered this trade, because no, we do have divergence here. Low, low, lower low, low, higher low. So yeah, I would have taken that trade and I still would have lost. So it doesn't matter, I guess. Then we cross that high. So the entry will be between this low and that high. So the OTE, which will be where? That low to the high. So my pending order will be here. It would have been engaged, draw down, and then we shoot up. I mean, I'm pumped that it's gonna work, and then whoop. So yeah, it's just a strategy like any other. Well, man, I guess that's it. Now the problem with that is, if I hold up, wait a minute, did we? Yeah, RSI also changed. Problem with that is, if I had checked like the last 5 losses and that RSI would have kept me out, I'll be very tempted to add that to my armory. So you know, price can be tricky like that. Only for you to go to the live field and you find that shit not working. So I'm gonna delete all this because that's not in our thing. But thank you though. It was a good strategy though, but I found out if I use it like around 9-10, I would take losses, and then finally a setup would show up, but it wasn't that effective because now we're just getting back the losses I made. So probably maybe let me pull up the things so I can show you those things since we're here waiting for setup. if only I can remember which it was, but I know it was a problem. So that 12 p.m. candle now is now expanding to the upside, and I think that's what is gonna do the rest of the whatever. So it seems like we have an open low, and at first you saw it looked like an open high, and then it looked like it will be going down. So just knowing that, you know, candles do have an open and a low and a high, and you think that's it, they're also tricky, because once we open and went up and we start going down, that open will be your entry, your stop loss will be at that high, and then look what happened, you're out. So probably give it a second shot, open, and then your stop loss down here. Now you're waiting for an expansion. It may as well still come down, and you can keep on doing that, and then the last 15 minutes of the hour is when it decides to take a side. I mean, whatever, just go back testing. If that's your thing, then do it, because I'm thinking if I can take like 6 candles a day, and I say I'm only gonna trade one of them, the expansion of one of them, I'm sure there's one of them that didn't play that game. Just open low, go back to open, enter, stop loss at that low, and then you just go up. In this case we went down, something like this. Probably just did it one time. So I think we're about to take out that high. Now if we take out that high, we're gonna come down. We don't know. So US 30 and 500 have taken out that 11 a.m. high. US 100 still hasn't. Okay, it has. Alright, so let's get ready, see if we can get a trade here to the downside. We've taken out those highs. I think we had an intention to go down further, but you know. So anyway, let's see if we can get a trade here. So let's get ready. It'll be nice. So much we're risking, like 50 bucks on this side. That's okay. And we're ready to go. So you know the drill. We have to wait for 5-minute order block to confirm. We do have a 5-minute fair value gap here, so this is inverted as we speak. So I'm gonna pull that to the side. So we're gonna okay. So we do have that 5-minute. That's the freshest one in this range. This is the 5-minute order block right there. If I take that trade, I might hold a little bit for us to go down further, so I need that to be not bullish but bearish order block. We'll find out in the next 2 minutes if we close below, and if that's the case, then this right here was our last down candle, which looks really good because it's paired with a fair value gap right there that has now been reversed. That is now an inverted one right there. So that looks like at least a nice area to get up to, but for now I can't do nothing until I see a 5-minute order block confirmation. Would be nice if we can close below here, but what I'm thinking is if I do take a trade and it keeps going down, and if I see a 5-minute close below this level, I'm gonna take that high to this low and then just kind of see if we can get down to this level here. So that's the plan for now. So I'm not gonna take out my TP over here, at least if we still have time, you know. So let's see, we'll find out in the next 1 minute. The thing right here is we do have that 5-minute fair value gap over there and an inverted. So it seems like we do have some sort of support over there, but if then we kind of shoot down further. Then so in the next 40 seconds or so we'll see, so I can watch it from this side. So I'm just ready to hit that trigger, but in this case I'm gonna have to wait for a retracement to this area if we do close below. So let me get ready here with sell limit. My stop loss is way up there. I'm risking 1,000 bob. That's okay. I need it to be a full 1% though. So 49 units. So are we close below? I just need us to know if we're gonna be closing below. Seems like we're gonna get that close below. So waiting for retracement to that zone, and then we are gonna be firing this thing. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bingo. All right, so we formed an order block, and once we touch this area, I am selling. If we keep going down, then sina changu hapa. So sell limit is in there, 49 units. Let me just do this just in case we're not triggered. And on this side, I am ready to go. And we have touched. So I'm in, beautiful. My stop loss is way up here. The problem with that is we did have that 5-minute fair value gap there, which could have been a strong support, which could have been also like a nice, because we have this low to the high, and that right there was a nice OTE zone. But everything has checked out for me to take a short, so I do take the short. So now the next thing I'm waiting for is if we don't take that loss and we keep going down on this 5-minute. If we do close below this candle with a 5-minute, I'm gonna take that high to this low, and then that one symmetrical swing on this other side is gonna be my TP. I mean, all that's gonna depend on time too. So let's see how this goes, man. Hope it works for us. And then I kind of like how it looks like with the 50 and 100. So a few elements are on our side here, even though what the hell, get out of here. Even though a few others are not on our side too, but I like that. We'll see how that works. So immediately we've taken those highs and that high as well. So micromanaging here. Still in discount of this 5-minute. Whatever. Let's see how this goes. Looking good so far. So one of the things now we have to overcome is a closure. Is this 5-minute? I'd like it to be inverted, because it's not, I mean, it's a great support, at least within this. Okay, my entry was let me get that entry real quick. Just at the high of what? Let's go to the 1-minute. I really had a decent entry. I think it was on this candle when it was going up. It's where now? It's somewhere there. And my stop loss is up here, and my TP is gonna be trying to see if we'll get down here for 1:4. Why not? Why not? Why not? But that means we overcome the daily whatever too. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm gonna hide this for now. I think that was my exact entry on this other side, which is pretty much where. No, it's at the low of this candle, so I didn't get a really good entry, but it's not. It's okay. No, something's off. It's at the middle of this week here, so it's pretty much right there. Now I'm focusing on the wrong things here, but that's quite a good All right, so we just watch this, see how that goes. So hopefully this is the open, that was the high, and then we shoot down. Now let's go see what the daily looks like. Oh, so the daily flipped, and after flipping, is that what you guys wanted to do? Or do you want to go down farther? Because we've taken out both sides of the whatever. So I'm short, so I'm hoping that we shave this weekly bullish candle a little bit more. Okay. I mean, if you're bearish, then you want to be selling above the open price, at the open price, or above the open price. But I know we went up and then we came down, so someone has to cave in. In this case, I think we're gonna be going down. So hold up, wait a minute. If I was to take full TP right here, I think that's a decent return. 2.49. You want more? Why would I want more? 2.49 is just fine, my guy. I'll be making $118. But then again, this upward movement, if we do close below, then we should see at least one symmetrical swing of that. So yeah, I might hold a little bit more to around that area right there. So that's where I want my TP to be at, just a little bit on top of it. So we'll be looking at 5k if this works, and we should be way above our equity high. So if we do make that 5k, we'll be looking at 130k on this side, and then on this side it should be like $900, which is beautiful, which is good. So there we go. We just chill and submit to price, and whatever stop loss is right there to do its job. What am I looking for? 5-minute time frame, and I want the high. I can hide lines now. I don't feel like taking another trade, bro. $194. I am tempted to add just a $10 trade here, which should make quite of a difference if everything works out. Social line, trading. I'll need to kind of know where to add that trade though. And I think once we touch, let me also add a little bit here, like just 10. Once we touch this inverted whatever here, I want to add a little bit more. So 10 limit right there. If we touch it, which is also paired with a fair value gap there, you can see it. I want to add, so that level with that little bit of a fair value gap over there. I want to add a little bit at that level. I'm gonna do a pending order on this side too, so no stress. And the stop loss will just be the same place, so $10. So it comes back there. I'm adding just a little bit small, so even if my stop loss is taken out, I'm still within my risk parameters for the day. Then headlines, and I'm not willing to add anything to the downside because I'm in drawdown and I don't feel like playing those games. So That's kind of the representation of the trade. I mean, if we do get down here, 2.5 is very decent, honestly. But I do think we might be getting down there as well. So I'm gonna add an alert over there just in case I'm sleeping or whatever, or I don't know. That'd be like, get out. So what is this? What are they waiting for? All right, let's take this thing out here, over here. I'm gonna pull that to 1 p.m. I hope we'll be done by before 1 p.m. Okay, my charts look kind of too much, so okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mark this one symmetrical swing down here, so I don't have to be looking at it all the time, so then I can get rid of that. Still looks dirty, man. Still looks dirty. I mean, I don't need that. Yeah, it looks better now. Bruh, wrong side. Okay, Mike, a small entry has been triggered, so anyway, stop loss is right there to do its job, so damn, he's not expecting that though. Wickless candle here, which is good. That candle's wickless too. Whatever, price will do whatever it wants to do. Stop loss is right there to its job, so let's just chill and see how this setup will go. Hopefully I don't touch my, okay, just one move. See what these holes are doing. Okay, I like so far what's happening. The body is just within that fair value gap over there, which is marked with those lines, the blue lines. So hopefully we stay below there. Okay, so that body is closed above the fair value gap, which is not good for me at this particular time. Honestly, when I do have my breaker right like that zone, I usually don't like to see a candle closure above it, and if it does, then I expect at least the next candle to just reverse so quick. So this right here is not so good, but I do have this up candle here before we shut down, so that's a line of defense. So in this case, if we can, the last line of defense will be the half, and I usually use the body. So that half, once we close above it, then the probability is very, very low. Very, very low. That will be my last line of defense in this setup, at least. That right there will be my last line of defense. So I'm gonna do dashed. So I'll just do last line of defense. LLOD. So it's good that we've gone below that fair value gap. We do have another one here though, that's kind of acting as support in the meantime. So we still have some issues here. So we need to overcome that one, and then on the 5 minute we need to overcome this this 5-minute fair value gap here. So hopefully 1250, which is in the next 7 minutes, is gonna be used to shoot down. So if around 1 p.m. we are somewhere down here, and then by 1 p.m. we're here, I'm not gonna require for us to get down here. I'll just close this trade. So how much we risking? 1.13. That's okay. Still in drawdown, $200. 6,000, but if we close over there, it's 3,800. Decent. I honestly do think we'll get down here if we are predisposed to go lower. This movement to the upside, we will close below there on the 5 minutes. In the meantime, we have some problems. So before, I'll be in here hoping for this setup to work, and you just, but I mean, I hope it's gonna work. But even if it doesn't, it's okay. It's just one of the many trades I'll be taking, right? It's all Gucci, whatever the results that we get here. So clearly that's still my zone. I don't want us to close below. I don't want us to close above. In terms of the 5 minute, I really don't know what to look at, but at least I know this last up candle we closed below it, so that's a good indication. I just feel like we're spending too much time here though. But I was gonna say something bad. I was gonna say, but then again, if we're supposed to go up, they should have done it already. Yeah, we are contesting that area one more time. So if we close a candle closure above this half of this order block here, if I will call it supply or whatever, then yeah, we might be getting smoked, and that will be it for the day. So we might lose like 50 something dollars on this side, but if we win, we're gonna be making quite a bit. So looking at the 50 cross 200, looks good. I like it. But my stop loss is just kind of tight, but pretty much this is kind of how I like it though. But then we've done so much though. 50 crossed over here, we've retraced once and three, another one here, another one here. Hi, yeah. Okay, we're about to get smoked. We're about to get smoked, and seems like we're gonna be getting smoked. So this one didn't work out for us. I mean, we're still in there. Okay, I'm out. Back to the 700s. So this one did not work out for us, which is okay. Smoked. Yeah, I mean, we had some tough things to fight over there. Yeah, we had some tough things to fight here, man. That sucks. I am back to the 700s. Come on, man. We've been here for quite a while now. So we are down to 125. Not bad. Smoked on this one. So we're gonna take a picture of this and journal that. I haven't journaled the last two trades, so I don't know if I want to journal this. So I might have to backtest and journal it on backtesting, or when I'm reviewing the weekly trades. That was a really nice whatever. So one of the things I'm looking to start doing is, if it's a really nice entry and it just fails, then there's a high probability that the other side is gonna, you know, at least get your loss back. So that's kind of something I'm looking into. So let me just do this virtually. Where would my stop loss be though? Maybe below this 5 minute. So I'm just gonna do like a 1:2. I want to do this virtually. I'm not even gonna enter on this demo account, because I really do think that should have won. Now, am I willing to go back in with another trade? No. Do I still think this might work to the downside the way I'm seeing? Oh yeah. So no more trades. That's it for the day. I don't know why I'm getting tempted, man. I am getting tempted to go in with a 0.5 risk. That's a good entry back in this range, man. But whenever I do that, I do lose more than I win for re-entries on the same direction. So what time is it? It's now 12:49. A few more minutes to 12:50. I want to see how that will go. But this right here is just something that I will do in future, maybe. I feel like that is a low up. We took that high, came back, left a breaker. That should have been respected. So if that fails, then it's just predisposed to go to the other side. That daily, oof, look at that, we just shot up. So what would we be looking at? 0.82. We've already done, that's some good offsetting of the loss. But for it to make sense, I'd need it to go to 1:2, I guess, because I'll be going with half the risk. So that right there will be us offsetting at least 0.25 plus. And it will be in such a way that even if you lose, you just lose the day with 1.5% loss. So that was 12.50 shot up. So we had no, because what I was expecting is that same move to go to the downside and then 12.50 to kind of shoot us to. So the daily might give it a fight to go down a little bit more or whatever. I am kind of really tempted to kind of pivot to something else. I mean, the same logic, but now start using the 30-minute range. So I can get some more, we can get some more trades. I like this. So hold up, wait a minute. Okay, I can get rid of this. I need to see that 12.50 open. This right here. We shot up and now we're coming down. So if we leave 12.50 open, okay, still going up. That's okay. But if we come down and then we leave a fair value gap, that will be the open high. So we'll be looking to go see if we can get that low in the close. 12.50 open price. So looking for the first fair value gap to form. My stop loss was right there. That would be my entry for the other side. I wouldn't know where to put the stop loss though. That would be the tricky part. But in this case, maybe below this 5-minute order block here. 5-minute fair value gap here. Now we will be looking at 0.84. Or would it be above that breaker? Maybe. Okay, so we are running now below that 12.50 open price. Little bit of a gap here. Could that be enough for? The color's not changing. Oh, because I'm changing the. There we go. Down, up. So now we have a potential breaker here, if I'd call it that. So I'm not doing anything. I'm just starting that 12.50 plus price action. So now we're getting back in the range. I mean, we've seen trades where I'm taking out and then it later works out, so it's all good. So I'm suspecting that we should see a fair value gap from here. Now whatever fair value gaps from here, it's gonna be paired with this down candle. That's the 1250 price open. We went up and then going down. I'm very tempted to take a trade here, honestly. Do I have space for some more? Okay, let's give it a shot. I'm still in the reach 700, so I'm gonna do 25 bucks. Let's see how that works. If I lose that, that's okay. Trading. No, we're not doing opening orders. I want to go in the market. Show those lines. Risking 25 bucks on this side, just like a small one. My stop loss is gonna be above this high here. If we do leave that fair value gap, which I think we're gonna leave, once we touch it, I'm entering. My stop loss is right here. So let me hide that so I don't forget that logic. Okay, that's the fair value gap. My stop loss down there. I'm in. My stop loss just above the high, because I think that 1250 action should be, we should get some reaction real quick. And then I'm gonna take that high to this low and expect at least us to get to that one symmetrical swing over here. So that means that we need to overcome this 5-minute fair value gap, 5-minute fair value gap here. That was acting as support. So if I do lose that, I'm Gucci. I'm okay. I'm not risking that much. How much am I risking? 0.21%. That's okay. That's decent. So I was kind of expecting that that fair value gap would be respected. Which seems to be. So I'm gonna hide this. It's too noisy here. And then I might just have my TP around these lows here. I just think that this one symmetrical swing might be promised, but from what I'm seeing, we're still going up. I mean, there's like another area here. 1250. That's not supposed to be how you should be reacting. You should be going down to the downside. Our price will do what it wants to do. So I'll be taking an extra 25 loss on this side. I mean, that's okay. Still within my loss limits for the day. So maybe they wanted like a full OTE on that, which could be somewhere up here. Now I usually expect that 1250 to just touch that fair value gap and run away. Otherwise, what I'm seeing right now, I don't like it. But oh yeah, let me hide this. My stop loss is just above that breaker, the last down candle before we went up and we closed below. My stop loss is just above it, and we're about to go attack it. All right, we've entered that little fair value gap or the volume imbalance over there. So let's see if that's where they're really coming at. Interesting. That would be a really nice entry. If that works out, that would be a very, very nice entry. And your stop loss just right there. I'm so tempted, man, to add a little bit more if we start going down. Now, if we close below this level on the 1 minute and we start shooting down, I might add a little bit more. I think I'm gonna get smoked the second time. Okay, spread is about to smoke me. It's a little bit far, but let's see. So I'm still within the 700, which is okay. Okay, we're shooting down. So do I add a little bit more? I don't know. If it's time to add, will be right now. So I'm in. I added a little bit more. That area would have been the best place to add. So 1250 is doing good. We are now below that 1250 open price. I don't know why I feared. I should have added a little bit more over there. But we're going back up. I don't like that. But let's see. A few minutes to 1 p.m. And I like how we're shooting downwards. So this is already reversed, so let's look at this one now. Yeah, this thing is not behaving like it should. I don't like that at all. And I'm smoked. Damn. So we're still predisposed to go higher. Okay, so what our loss does it look like? Custom period today. All right, so all right, my loss is still within my my appetite for the day, but time is up now. I don't like taking trades after 1 p.m. so I just let that go, and we'll be back to give it another fight tomorrow. So that 1250 didn't work out for us. Maybe my stop loss was too tight, but I don't really expect that 1250 price action to work like that. Honestly, after here, once we started going down, I think it should have kept on going down. But price don't give us. What you think? Short up, and it's doing its thing. So that's whatever just didn't work out, and it's all good. So I'm thinking this last up kind of going to the downside. Once we came to it, is kind of what worked out. So the RSI whatever could have worked. The RSI divergence thing. So it did get to that 0.5, which would have been our TP, but that 0.62 area was right there, and it did make to that 3R. Yep, and we out of here. So today didn't work out for us, and then yesterday it would have worked out for us, but I was not available to trade that day. So we'll give it another shot tomorrow, and I'll be here to see what really happens. So let me pull all these today's shenanigans, put it over together. Today was a 5, 29, 25. So these are all the this one right here is just me attempting to see if I can get my loss back, but I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here, and we'll give it another shot tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. 5, 29, 25. Did I write 29 on this side? Yes, I did. I still feel like these guys will go short, man. I just needed to play some little bit of games here. So maybe my stop loss was too tight, because I had it on top of that 1250 that breaker right there, the last down candles before we shot up. All right, I'm just curious to see if we'll get here, so I'll check that on my phone later. Man, we are back in the 700s. We were up at the 800s, so we got $300 to go. Down from 400. We still got some work to do here. I don't know. I do not know. Maybe go back to the 30-minute range. The problem with that was, I don't know, was there a problem? Anyway, we'll just stick with what we have for now and just keep going on. Maybe test it for another 3 months or so. In the meantime, as we see how we can pivot, but we have to do it strategically, man, not to a point where we get it even worse. So today is just one of those days. It seems, it really does seem like it will keep going down, but again, it's after 1 p.m. pretty much the dynamics are now different and there's nothing we can do about it yet. Anyway, that was Trader Morera, and I'm out, and I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. God be with you all, and let's keep walking. And I'm out. Peace.